in the first meet of our new blogging session. Actually, it will be a small kind of session. Okay, it means it will cover around 10 to 12 minutes maximum. I will attend this kind of blogging session in regular intervals to clarify most common queries that are coming to us. Okay, so there are almost 4 to 5 most common queries that are coming, and I wish that I tried hard earlier too that I should try to overcome about these queries to all of you. So I am here to clarify those. Okay, the first common query that is coming to all of us is most of students asking that, sir, how much time we should devote to our preparation of civil services examination? Dear students, it is not about just for your self preparation. It is about comparison, and comparison always lead to a dissatisfaction among themselves. Okay, even among you. So please don't compare yourself with another candidate. If you want to compare, just compare with yourself with a time frame that earlier at that time frame in past time I was standing at that position, and now either I am standing beyond that position or ahead that position. So if you want to compare, then compare with yourself, don't with others. Okay, so if anyone is telling you that you should devote 10 hours, 12 hours, 15 hours or something else like 8 hours, then that person is really misguiding you. It's sure. No one can understand your conceptual sections individually. Okay, that is why I am telling you that nobody is going to tell you exactly or even approx that how much time you should devote to your preparation of civil services examination. So it is possible that another student and here other student, okay, if one student is cracking UPSC examination by doing really hard work of 15 to 16 hours per day, and another side another student is going to clarify that UPSC examination by doing a hard work of only 8 hours. It may possible. It is only on because it may be possible that the perfection of hard working among both of the persons is little bit different, but the conceptual sections, the mind keeping positions, okay, the memorization sections of both the candidates will be really different. That is why please identify the quality within yourself. Otherwise, a momentum and confidence will never build inside you. So devote the time according to your quality. If you find comfortable that within this time frame I will cover the whole things, so book the slot time according to your quality, according to your memorization capacity, according to your conceptual clearance part section. Okay, next common query that is coming to all of us is about, sir, how should we do revision? Because really it's a vast syllabus. So what is the process for revision of civil services examination? Say students, I will tell you the process of revision in 3 stages. That 3 stages will lead to a final process of revision. You will climb up at the top of the stairs of UPSC by doing the process of revisions, which I am telling you right now. See, after attending the lecture per day, what you have to do is, personally I am giving you a separate notes for each and every lecture. You should look at that notes. That is another thing. Okay, but what you have to do at your level is, after attending the lecture, prepare a self notes. Prepare a notes that will be done by yourself, not by me or not by others, not by market materials or not by any other books sources. Okay, so please start make notes of that lecture. That should not be too large, means not should too bulky or not should too small, not should too short. It should be a medium kind of size. Okay, in that notes you must marking up some important keywords and sentences by which if you pick up one sentence or one words, you can realize that yes, this sentence and these words in these lectures is want to tell these kinds of statements. So underline those statements, sentences and words that is important to this examination. More important, because ultimately all thing is important that I will teach you. Okay. After preparing that notes on the same day, after 1 or 2 hours, put that note aside. Close that notes and put that note aside. And what you have to do is, try to memorize by sitting alone. Try to memorize those keywords, important sentences. Okay. If you are able to memorize the whole things, it means more than 95% or 19%. If you are able to memorize more than 19% of doubts and keywords, important sentences, conceptual things, then you will move for the next process of revision. Otherwise, you should go to the previous section of revision. Again, if you are not getting the whole things by sitting alone and memorization part, then again you have to go beyond that notes that you have put aside earlier and see the whole notes again. And again, even it will be 1 or 2 or 3 times, it depends upon you. Okay, so after that, again put that note aside, close that notes and put that note aside, and again try the same things. That either you are able to memorize by sitting alone the some sentences, important keywords or not. If it is more than 90%, then it is fine, it is well. Okay, so these are the 2 stages. First one, preparing notes, that should not be too bulky, not should too small. Second is by sitting alone, try to memorize the keyword sentences that you have mentioned yourself in that notes. The next and the final step is, now after 4 to 5 hours, what you have to do is, or on another day, the next day, what you have to do is, try to make a short notes. Take a A4 paper size, okay, A4 size paper take and mention the really important keywords or sentences on that paper, okay, in really small parts. And then you will feel that now I am really comfortable about the revision section. Notes, please don't prepare notes, the final notes, not by seeing the previous notes. You should prepare the final notes by your own revision, okay, by your own revision, and again matching the final notes and the initial notes and personal my notes what I am giving you, that is anything important that should be too important is not going to miss. Otherwise anything is missing, put that thing in the final notes. Okay, this final notes is really going to handful and really helpful to all of you during the final stage of revision of APSC examination, because APSC is such a vast syllabus that you will not able to memorize the whole things in few last times. So this is the final notes which is going to really helpful to all of you. Again what you have to do is, after crossing these 3 stages, please start a recurring time. That is, it means after 4 days, 5 days, 7 days, you should give 5 minutes, only for 5 minutes, maximum 5 to 6 minutes on that notes, on that A4 size paper, on one paper for one lecture, and you must able to memorize the whole things, to revise the whole things in just 5 to 6 minutes more. It is enough time to cover that whole lecture. By this way, you will cover the previous lectures by doing the revision, by not forgetting anything. If you are forgetting anything, you can see the lectures, you can see the early making notes what you have prepared, that is medium size notes, and even you can see whatever notes I am giving to all of you. So that is a very handful and helpful revision sections for all of you. The next common query that is coming to all of us is, sir, this is okay, but how we should select our optional subject? Say students, Personally, I would suggest that please don't select the optional subject during the initial phase of your preparation of civil services examination, or before the preparation of civil services examination. Please don't make a mindset that I am going to choose this subject as my optional subject. Okay, if you want to choose, then you should really confidence inside you that yes, this subject was my background subject. During the higher education, I have covered these subjects and I can manage it with really well situation. Okay, so if you can do this, that is okay. Otherwise, you are not comfortable during your higher education and you want to choose, like if you are during higher education, you have completed your honors with history and right now you are not choosing history as an optional. Okay, or even if you want to choose history as an option, then please don't select that optional paper during the initial phase of preparation. Just stay, hold on yourself. After attending few lectures of different subjects of UPSC syllabus, now try to find out that in which subject I am feeling more comfortable and which subject is going to suitable and really going to interested for me. Okay, after that it will be handful to pick up that subject as your optional subject. Another thing is that please don't see on trends that this subject is really giving a good marks, like toppers attend a really good marks, high marks from this subject, so I should also go ahead with this subject. Please don't do this. Okay, whichever subject you are really comfortable in writing section, not only conceptual section, in writing section too, okay, only you should pick that optional subject. About optional subject, I will attend separate session. I wish to attend a separate session for optional subject, but I am giving just an overview to all of you. Another thing is that these are the three common queries that is coming. Another common query is that sir, either we should preparing as PT oriented or mains oriented. See students, don't confuse in it, otherwise you will be confused during your whole preparation. Some faculties says that start preparation with mains oriented and during the last session, during the last phase, you will give a PT test series and you will clear all your doubts. No, that is not good at all. Okay, because ultimately most of the students are, if really grateful in main subjects, but because of few marks they are not able to clarify PT paper. And few students who are well qualified in PT subjects, but during the answer writing session they are really demotivated about the writing parts. Okay, so prepare yourself with a comprehensive way, dynamical view, not with a sole view. Okay, that it is PT oriented or it is mains oriented. Please don't do it. You should start preparation with the full syllabus. Whatever the syllabus is telling you, you should do. After 2 to 3 months, you will automatically find out that these kind of questions may come in PT examination, and these are the chances that these are the questions may come in mains questions. Okay, so you will automatically find it. During the initial phase, all aspirants are confused in it, but after 2 to 3 months you will automatically find it. Okay, if you will confused in initial phase and it will continue, then your goal will never be achieved, it is sure. Okay, so please make sure about this query. Okay students, what happened that after 2 to 3 months preparation, I will automatically take a separate sessions for PT as well as mains. Another thing is that I am going to announce a special thing, that is I will cover the current affairs from May 2020 to the current period of time. I will cover the full current affairs according to the UPSC syllabus demanding. Okay, this will also be important for even PCS examinations for all over the country. But the most important about it is mainly and solely important for UPSC examinations. But even PCSE students, those students who are preparing for PCS exams, they can attend this lecture too. Okay, I will cover current affairs not like only current affairs views. I will correlate the current affairs with a static portion. After few days of working on current affairs, I will start per day newspaper session 2. Okay, our team is really doing a hard work about the current affairs section. Okay, they are doing work on this, and I hope in few days it will be finished, and we are going to start a current affairs of minimum 1 year from May 2020 to current period of time. Another special announcement is that after few days we are going to start mains answer writing practice special sessions, in which I will tell you about that how you should write the mains answer writing, how the linkers should be put inside that answers, how some important keywords should be put inside that answers, either the introduction part or conclusion part should be correlate or not, either the main body part should correlate with introduction or conclusion, or it should be separate. Okay, most of the students really mistaking during the answer writing sessions. The answer is demanding something else, the question is demanding something else, and they start writing the answers of something else. They are doing a great mistakes. Okay, and that great mistake will going to a huge pay of loss of time. That is not called as great mistake of, that is the worst mistake. You will do a mistake that is termed as the worst mistake of your life. Okay, so please don't do mistakes. I am going to attend those sessions after few days. That will be really handful to you, all of you. I hope these are some important common queries. I wish earlier that I should come on this platform to clarify this kind of doubts, that is normal doubts, most common queries that are coming to all of us almost per day. So it is our duty to clarify these kinds of queries. Okay, so we will meet again after the few classes will over in this personal blogging session, and I hope all of you are attending the lectures. Okay, fine. So thank you students. We will meet again in our polity classes in polity session.